What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wealth Not Wait. I'm your host, as always, Joseph Coizza, and today on another Financial Friday, we are talking dividends. Dividends, they're the happy little bits of money that you get from simply just owning a stock. Now, certain stocks pay dividends and certain ones do not. We're going to talk about the pros and cons and dividend investing, and we're going to get into it, and we're going to do it really quickly. But before we get into that, I want to make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. YouTube algorithm really appreciate it, and it really helps me out. And it lets me know you guys like what I'm doing, so I'm going to keep doing it. Episode of Financial Friday, dividends. Dividends are the little bits of money. They're the percentage of the stock price that you are going to make back for simply just owning a stock. It's just like, thank you for owning me. Here, take some of my money. That's essentially how dividends are, and that's a lot of way investors look at them. So the way they work is you purchase a stock, variety of stocks have dividends, and essentially it's a percentage of it. The company of the stock decides the dividend percentage based on a whole bunch of factors. And it's say 2% of the stock, say the stock is $100, you make 2% annually. That means, it could be throughout four times a year, one time a year, 2 times a year, whatever. You'll make 2% back throughout the whole year. So you $100 stock, you'll make $2 back throughout the year. And that's basically, and you just do it just simply by owning the stock. So the pros and cons of dividends are that pros, you get a little bit of money back, but then the con is the stock price usually goes down by the amount the dividend is paid. So say you get a dividend once a year, same example, 2%, you get $2. The stock will go from $100 to $98. They're essentially dropping the stock price and giving you the money. Now, they do that instead of reinvesting in the company and growing the stock price, because then it gives you a little bit of money to go out and spend or use in other investments. Or if you use D.r.i.p, which is a program that a lot of stock brokers have the option to use, where it just takes the dividend you make and immediately reinvests it back in the stock. So you'll have one stock worth $98 and you'll have 0.00% of this stock worth $2. The pros of having a dividend is you just get a little bit of money back from owning a stock. The con is a lot of people do what is called dividend investing. They invest purely in dividends. They don't care about the value of the stock. They don't care about what the stock does. They're just like, it gives me sweet, sweet dividend money. I'm going to make an investment. A lot of people have made money off that, but more often than not, people lose a lot of money because of it, because they're not thinking correctly. They're just like, this, if I do this, I'm going to get back $1,000 a month. This is great. But when the stocks all go under, or the dividend gets lowered, and like, I don't know what happened, it's because you only invested for the dividend, which is a dumb idea. Now, dividends can be great little additions to already well-bought stocks. A lot of index funds I know pay dividends. A lot of stocks that I own that I use value investment methods for, pay out dividends. And it's definitely a factor that you look at and contributes to making a decision on. It's just like, oh, they have strong, consistent dividend record. This company knows what they're doing financially, and it's grown over 30 years. You just see, a very good little diagonal line going along. That's a good sign, usually, for the health of the company. But I don't look at it and go, oh, this thing's paying me a 6% dividend. Yes, click. A good example is GameStop. GameStop, I think, was paying an 8% dividend of the value. And then that went up 13%, but that's also because the company was going kind of under a little bit. They were having a very hard time at the time that this was occurring. So it's important that you don't just invest for dividends, but you invest for your value investment, or you invest in your index funds, and you have that investor mindset. The dividend is a little side bonus. That's all it is. It's a little side bonus for saying, hey, thanks for owning this particular stock. Here's a little bit of money. And usually the best thing to do, and Warren Buffett recommends it, a lot of investors recommend it, is do a D.r.i.p program, which means just automatically reinvest those dividends right back into the stock. If your brokerage account uses it, I know TD Ameritrade does it, and I believe Vanguard does it. I think Schwab does it. I don't think Robinhood does it yet, but you could always say, oh, I made $20 in dividends, the past couple months. Let me take that $20 and then purchase another share of stock. You can just kind of self-manual do it, but D.r.i.p is to make it easier and just automatically reinvest without you having to do anything. Get the dividend reinvested, done. But that's essentially the rundown on dividends. It's just a little bit of happy money that's just like, hey, thanks for owning the stock. Here's a little bit of money that you can go do things with, or reinvest it in the company, but know that the stock price will go down the price of the dividend. It's the pro and con of it. You're taking a little bit of money out of the business to go deploy somewhere else and use that capital elsewhere. Or you could take and then redeploy and just purchase a fractional share of the now lowered price of the company that you were already planning on investing in anyway. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. This was a little bit shorter, but it's really important you get to know what dividends are and the little happy benefits that the dividends bring. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know, do you guys own any dividend stocks? Does any of the stocks that you have pay dividends? I would imagine more often than not, a lot of stocks do pay dividends, but then again, a lot of don't. So who knows? But if you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.